Mencer, former director of Labour Friends of Israel and political consultant. Thank you, David. Good to see you with us again.
Welcome.
So, what do you make of this report, first of all?
Look, it's a remarkable turn of events, absolutely remarkable. Just 7 months ago, Jeremy Corbyn was leading the Labour Party. He was their candidate to be Prime Minister in one of the two great political parties in the United Kingdom. And here we are, just 7 months later, with him being suspended, disgraced, and that unwritten rule of one Labour Party leader not criticising a previous Labour Party leader having gone to waste here. No, look, this was a very, very important report for many, many reasons, primarily because it vindicates those people, Jewish and non-Jewish, that said that the Labour Party was institutionally anti-Semitic, that the actual fabric of the Labour Party, the highest levels of the party, its leadership, all its levers of power were being operated to ensure that either anti-Semitism was ignored, passed over, or actively progressed, actively put forward as an idea which they wanted to execute. So this is a very, very, very important day indeed.
Let's take a listen briefly, David, to what Jeremy Corbyn had to say today about this.
What I said today was that anti-Semitism is unacceptable in any form. What I said was
you told me it was exaggerated.
What I said was the numbers of cases in the public perception had become overstated. The existence of the problem I fully acknowledge, which is why I took action to end the problem in the party.
I would imagine, David, that response may make the anger worse towards Jeremy Corbyn.
Look, like all great anti-Semites in history, Jeremy Corbyn's hatred of Jews is not something he can park in the very corner of his personality. It is unfortunately front and center. So today, with this report, with its damning verdict on the activities over the last 5 years of one of the great British parties, one of the great parties of state in the UK, he still shows no contrition. He still takes no responsibility whatsoever. He still portrays himself as the victim when indeed he is the perpetrator. He is the chief of covering up these activities of Jew hatred which have taken place in the party. And for that reason, Keir Starmer did something which I think even his biggest fans did not believe he would actually do. He took that strong, bold action to suspend Jeremy Corbyn. And of course, this is not only a mark of his great leadership and potentially being a future British Prime Minister, showing his worth. What he's also done is that he's broken open the Labour Party into pretty much a civil war, because Jeremy Corbyn was leader until very, very recently and still commands a large proportion of respect and support amongst the party. So he's created a civil war for sure, but he knows that if he wins that civil war, he's got a much better chance of capturing that middle ground in British politics and then going on to win the general election, whenever that may be, probably in about 4.5 years' time.
Certainly a dramatic turn of events, and as you say, David, a vindication to those who've been complaining for so many years. Thank you, David Mencer, for joining us for this.